You've just been changing your hairlines,
Yeah.
Changed mine.
I changed
Which
mine
one?
too.
Which hair
I'm
did
getting
you
more
do?
gray.
So
I
interesting,
changed,
Charles.
okay, no one mentioned my hair, and
I did, you just didn't hear me.
that's okay.
Do you miss your hair? You have a nice set of hair. How's that?
You know,
I
I get it
changed
till
mine.
about every 4 months, whether I need it or not.
Really? That's fascinating.
I know, I'm a fascinated guy.
All right.
I'm just glad you care.
School wasn't about anything. School was horrible.
Keep all the smiles in
I totally do.
I imagine.
Is it exams now, or?
It's
This
just
is a new
the
look.
end of,
Yeah,
you
you never
know,
wear
this
that.
is really like the end of the year. And
Like, ever.
I have not even
Even I
sat
think
in my
it's maybe
office.
fine.
It's been meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting.
Here is a priority.
Feel like it's
Doomed.
horrible. I couldn't
Sure,
even
my
get
mother
in
was
the
like
building. Leave me outside.
I had no makeup, no hair, which is what the community did.
You ready?
I think I had a
Almost. I hope it writes. Whoops.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, good evening, everyone. Are you ready back there? I'd like to call the meeting, please, the Town Board for Shields Township to order for tonight. Roll call, please.
Brown.
Here.
Kerr.
Here.
Maloney.
Here.
Kashgarian.
Here.
January.
Present.
Okay, let's all stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first item on the agenda is the minutes, to approve the minutes from our regular board meetings, November 19th and December 17th. So let's take November 19th first. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes for the November 19th board meeting? Yeah, I read them already.
Me too. No, I'll make that motion.
Okay, then a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, moved and seconded. Kerr and January. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, then now our regular meeting of December 17th, the minutes for that meeting. Do I have a motion to approve them, please?
I'll move the motion to approve.
Okay, second?
I have a change
Okay,
on the adjournment.
oh,
You meant to say trustee January, Renell?
yeah, she was taking shorthand last meeting. She didn't have her computer. Okay, thank you. So how do we do that? We have to have a new motion to approve the
No, wait,
minutes
also
as
on,
corrected?
Renell, I'm sorry, on number 2, roll call, you have the roll call established that all members were present for the meeting. I believe we were missing the assessor that evening.
She's not.
She's not required to come.
On the roll call, gotcha. Okay, my mistake, excuse me.
So, okay, a motion then to approve the minutes for the December 17th board meeting as corrected.
So moved.
Thank you, Bill.
Second.
And seconded, all in
Well, I
favor?
think Charles got that
Charles.
first.
He did a motion.
Sure.
Need a second.
Well, he moved to approve them as presented, so,
Again.
yeah. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you. We've passed those minutes. Okay, cash on hand balances. The total town fund balance is $901,187.95. We have $60,869 in the checking account. I don't know if we need to go through all those other numbers. The max safe fund is $447,721. General assistance, we have $2,627 in the checking account. Our HUD checking has $85.55 in it. Our IMRF account has $6,904. And our T-bills and CDs are in the amount of $374,209. The Phoenix Rising Foundation has at this time $27,459.87. Thank you so much to all of our generous donors over the holiday season. That was awesome.
But it's going to see a boost, correct, from the last month with Passports?
Oh, yeah, our passport business, well, we can talk about that later.
We can
But,
circle back on that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, and then our road and bridge fund, we have in the checking account, $16,177. Our max safe account is $126,283 for a total road and bridge fund number of $142,460. Okay, the next item on the agenda is public comment. Does anyone have anything they'd like to say? Okay, thank you. Moving on. Next item for action is a motion to approve the intergovernmental agreement between the City of North Chicago and Shields Township to provide dial-a-ride service.
I'll make that motion.
Moved by Kashgarian,
Second.
seconded by Brown. I think we need a roll call on this, please.
January,
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I had a question.
Okay.
Do we have their agreement in writing?
Yes, we
Yes.
do.
I
Part
didn't
of the
see it.
package.
It's in the
See it.
packet. It's right here. And they've already signed
They
it,
signed it, okay,
so it's ready to go.
okay.
And it's the same agreement that we approved with Lake Forest. So it's identical
Okay.
to that. And it has been reviewed and approved by our attorney. So, okay, so roll call?
January,
Aye.
Kashmiri.
Aye.
Maloney,
Aye.
Kerr,
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Okay, next on the agenda, I just put this on here for discussion. So if someone wanted to discuss it, they could, but we have been working on our budgets using our most current data and projections. And so we have a budget for next year. We're going to be having a budget meeting. We'll be publishing this in the newspaper the end of the month, next week, in the middle of the week. And then our next board meeting in February will be discussing the budget at a special meeting prior to the board meeting. No,
In March.
in March.
March 17th.
March
Yeah.
17th is when we'll be voting on the budget
Okay.
to approve it.
So
So,
the special meeting will be the month before, right, to go over it all?
yes,
So in February, there'll be an early meeting,
there'll be an early meeting in
and then
February.
in March, the final vote is,
Right.
I'm just going off memory.
We could do it, actually, we could do the early meeting in March as well. I think it has to be published 30 days prior to voting on it, but I think we can discuss it.
But shouldn't
Prior
we
to
discuss
that.
it before we publish it? I mean, that's how we used it, I don't know.
Well, I don't know, I don't,
Isn't it a change from?
I think it's a good idea. We could discuss it before.
Discuss it before we publish it?
Yeah, because we're,
Otherwise, then if you come in and make changes, you publish something that no one.
It's not
sees.
but you can amend the budget
You
after.
can, and we did.
I mean, and we did, and we
my
have.
budget last year, we changed,
I was just hoping to get it passed in March,
I don't,
and because of the 30-day requirement.
I think you and I had just discussed having the meeting prior to the March 17th meeting, having us here for an hour prior or longer,
Yeah,
correct?
as long as it takes. But I just want the budget out there so people can see it and we can get comment from the community as well. Okay? So I have an updated budget here. If anybody's interested, anyone in the audience would like a copy, I can provide you with one. And we have an assessor's budget and we have a preliminary road and bridge budget. But we're going to be working on that tomorrow. Okay?
So Cynthia, clarification, please.
Yes.
Voting on the budget in March
Voting on the budget in March.
and the February meeting, are we having the February meeting?
We are having an
For the
early,
budget?
we could do it either in February or in March.
you could do it in February and discuss the published budget, and then it's still published. so-
Right. So February, early meeting in February, and then we can vote in March.
That way you have time to make the changes. That's what happened last year.
Oh, we did, yeah, we have to publish the changes if there are any. So, okay,
that
so
costs
yes.
more money.
Got that? All right, so thank you. If anybody wants to see a copy, stop by the office. We've got plenty of them. So you're welcome to look, and we'd be,
This is it right here, though.
right,
Okay,
grateful for your
not the one that we
input.
have. I just have a few ideas, but we can talk about that.
Yeah, sure. All right, does anybody want to talk about it now?
The only thing I wanted to mention, Cynthia, was something you and I had mentioned already. If I look at this correctly, you have food pantry in here, budgeted at $2,400. Remember we had talked about
We took that out.
putting that cost directly into Phoenix?
Yes, we are,
Yeah, okay.
for our, that was from last year, which
Okay.
we had reduced from 6,000.
Right.
So
Okay, I
this
was
is
gonna
an
say, this-
incremental,
yeah,
we're working at
right.
getting to the right place on all these things.
Okay.
So for the proposed new budget has zero
Gotcha.
for the
All
food
right,
pantry
thank
in
you.
the budget. Because it's all being covered by, and there's no real reason, I think it was just put in there just in case. It was one of those, like, in case we run out of money, but Phoenix Rising has a healthy balance, and we've been working to increase that and keep that going, so I think we're good. All right, any other questions or discussions about that? All right, the next item on the agenda then is the motion to approve our bills. I'm asking for a motion, please, to approve our town fund expenses in the amount of $53,593.41.
So moved.
Moved by Brown. Do I have a second, please?
Second.
Seconded by January.
Kerr,
Aye.
Maloney,
Aye.
Dasharian,
Aye.
January,
Aye.
Brown,
Aye.
Okay, we have a request to approve road and bridge expenses in the amount of $14,189.
So moved.
Second.
Dasharian,
I will approve that with the exception of these two bills that have been put in front of me tonight from the Shaw Law Office. So if we can back out those two totals, I'll approve the entirety with the exception of those two bills.
So we need a new motion?
I have the
It
amount.
depends on what, we could go
There's
ahead.
got to be a
and-
second on that.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
And then we can have discussion on it.
well, there was already a
There's
motion
already a
Motion on
motion
the
on the
table.
floor,
bills.
All right, that first motion,
and
my
it was
my-
seconded,
my
so it's,
my vote is no.
okay.
Maloney,
Aye.
Kerr,
No.
Brown,
Aye.
January,
Aye.
motion carried.
Okay, thank you all. General assistance expenses, we have an amount of $2,001.27. May I please have a motion to approve that expense, those bills?
That's yours.
Ready?
Yeah, yeah.
I will
So
approve,
moved.
oh,
Sorry.
approve
Got distracted.
the general assistance expenses in the amount of $2,001.27.
Okay, thank you, Heather.
You're welcome.
Okay, second?
Second.
I got a question.
Yes.
On the general assistance, I got in your report, are the people that we declined them for getting general assistance? Is there a process that we have?
Oh, yes, it's a
It's
very
very-
formal, serious process you have to adhere to. Everybody gets treated the same. There's an application, there are parameters, and we also actually have a computer program that we use
Okay.
to put people's information into, and then it tells us to,
If yes or
you know,
no.
yes
Okay.
or no. So it's pretty clear cut.
Okay.
But when people are denied GA, we still try to help them by partnering with other agencies, and that's how Devon spends a lot of her time calling Salvation Army or Catholic Charities or other,
Okay.
not-for-profits in the area to help people, so. Okay, so do we have, where are we? We have a
Motion second.
motion to
Motion by Kerr,
Kerr, seconded
by
by
Brown,
Brown. Okay, good.
Kerr?
Aye.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I can't go through, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry. January,
Aye.
Brown,
Aye.
Kerr,
Aye.
Maloney,
Aye.
Dasharian.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Township reports. Trustees, any other trustees have anything they'd like to say?
I just have a quick one. I don't know if anyone else has seen this. I'm sure some have been noticing this. There is a press release that came out from the governor's office earlier in the month. It's a proposal. It's titled "Local Government Consolidation and Unfunded Mandates Task Force Issues Final Report to Governor." And basically, it's about a year-long report about what it says. Its charge was to find efficiencies and ways to streamline local government functions to save taxpayer dollars. And my point in bringing this up tonight is for those of us who sit on this board, anybody who sits on any board in local government, anyone who routinely shows up for these meetings to listen to what goes on, it's something of interest as to what may be coming in the pipeline for Illinois. As everyone knows, Illinois has more layers of government than any other state, and with those layers of government, you have a lot of board members. And the purpose of this proposal is to find ways, as I've said, to streamline that. It's actually quite interesting. It's a really good story to follow. At the bottom of this, it says, click here to see the final report. So I clicked on that. The report is 408 pages, which I had printed. I am plowing through. I'll be happy to update you on a monthly basis as I plow through all 408 pages to get through. But it's very interesting, and anyone involved in local government, it's really a good sounding board for what's going to be coming, hopefully, in Illinois to help streamline some of this stuff. That seems to be and is the goal of this task force. Thank you.
It's on our Facebook page too.
You had posted it.
There's a I posted it on our Facebook page. There's a link to the report. If you want to just go there and click, you can get it really easily. And then we're going to have a book group, I think, right? No,
Yeah,
it's
we'll
a
have it
very
all
long
bound.
report.
I'll hand out copies.
Yeah, no, it's good and it's important. So if you're
It's
interested,
really good information if
wanna
you're involved
check it
in
out,
local government.
that's
Mhm.
great. Okay, any other trustees have anything they want to say? Richard? Charles? Okay, how about you, Scott?
Well, we had a pretty slow month in December because our employee took most of the month off to use up the rest of his vacation. We did have one major snow event that, just seems the two big ones we had this year were both predicted at up to an inch. And then we got, 12 inches one
Hammered.
time and 4 or 6 inches the next. It was heavy, wet snow. We knocked down a lot of mailboxes. Not by hitting them, but with the snow hitting them. And I think he's substantially fixed all those by now. The equipment, of course, is breaking constantly, and we're trying to keep up with it, but that's about it. We picked up Christmas trees.
Oh, thank you. Ours is still up in the hall. I'm holding out for Memorial Day.
No one will pick it up.
Okay, Kathy, do you have anything to say for the assessor's office?
No, I think I might want to just say something. The estimates have come in for the value of the property going up this year, and since we get yelled at every time the blue slips go out and people see their assessments, it might be important just to notice that it looks like the multiplier right now estimated at 6% increase. Obviously, the county will work to try not to get to that point, but property values continue to go up, and so based
That's
on the
good.
comments of local government.
It's good news and
you
bad
know,
news.
Generally,
No, it's not bad.
taxes go up with
It
that.
only matters that your own assessment goes up more than the average 6%.
Have you seen the report?
Yeah.
Right.
If everyone goes up 6%, it
There's some good
doesn't
stuff
change
in there.
anything.
But it
Trustee
still
Highland.
causes a lot of concern with the public because they don't know how much the taxes are going to go up until they see the tax. And so people ask that question all the time, what are the taxes going to be, what's it going to cost? So, anyway, I know Marty's, they're going to work to try and figure out the best way to manage it. We're hoping not to increase everyone 6%, but that's how it works on 5 years. It's a multiplier. So everyone will be the same 6%.
Can I ask you a question? I didn't understand something, and I know you probably can answer this. When a person has a dispute and they want to dispute their property tax going up, do you handle that, or does the county handle it? How does that work?
So there's a whole process for it,
Okay.
and you have to submit evidence, and there's a time frame after a letter goes out, and every group gets a letter, and they have 30 days in order to dispute.
But that's not until June or July or August.
Right, they set a time frame with the letter when each township has a time frame of 30 days to dispute. So people start submitting their evidence. You can do it online now, everything can be done online. And you could do it by paper, fax. It's just easier if you do it online. And then you'll get a link to your number that's on your, you have a number in your slip. And then you can go in and look at the link to see what's happening. And what happens is our assessors look at it first, and then they compare it to what is in the books. And then if we agree, we'll send you a letter. And then if you agree with our letter, then you don't have to go any further. If you don't agree, then you could up it, and it goes in front of the Board of Review of the county, and then you have to schedule a meeting with the county.
Because I had a couple people call me, and I didn't know the process, and I told them that.
Well, you know what? If they want to know and you want to set something up, we did this year with Sandy Hart. We're happy to come and do some presentations locally at a community center to help people
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
Happy to do that.
I'll talk to you about that. That makes sense, thank you.
The other part of it is, you know, it's great, I think it's good news and bad news. It's actually good news when your property values go up, when prices go up. It's just the local government units have to keep their budgets lower and save money. It's the spending part of that equation that's really a problem. So
It's the levy part.
the levy part. So, yes, and that process is, I guess, pretty much done now for everybody. But next year, we can go and complain about that. But
Not
our
quite done. It'll, at the end of February is when they close the books on the Board of Review.
well, that,
And
yeah.
then the levies get tallied after they know what the total EAV is.
I'm just saying that the bodies have all submitted,
Oh, right.
passed their
I
levies
agree
by
with
now.
you.
Yeah. So, okay. I only want to say Happy New Year to everybody. It's nice to see you all again. We're working on a lot of exciting things at the township. We're starting with the garden again soon. And we had a nice donation from a very generous donor to improve our garden, so we're going to be expanding the garden this year. And I'm working on a couple other things that I can't really talk about yet, so I'll talk about those next month, rather. And we can quit now. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
That was your report?
That's my report.
That's your report. Okay, just wanted to make sure that's what that was.
That's it.
Thank you.
Anybody want to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Okay, second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
I do that.
Opposed?
I think you do.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you.
Oh, yeah, we get the wrong.
Quick one.
key.